So do I really wanted to do like women actually date niggas for looks or do they just date niggas for money? Like
For
at
money,
that point,
for sure.
that's what I'm thinking. I think it's for money.
For money, for sure. Yo, what's going on, family? It's Cash Culture. I'm your guy, Kai Speaks, and we got the fellas in the building today for another episode of Cash Culture. Today, we're going to be talking about tricking versus simping, which is two terms we talked about a lot in the episodes previously where y'all might not even know what that means. And to be honest, I don't think I fully understand what this shit means. So y'all tell us, just give us a basic understanding on what tricking is and what simping is. And we're just gonna start off with King Trick to my right. This brother right here. Drake, tell her what tricking is, man. What you think tricking is?
I think tricking is spending either time or money with a purpose behind it. Like you doing it for a purpose. You just not out here just doing it for the hell of it.
So it's like
That's
intentional. It's a strategy.
It's an intentional strategy to get what you need. So
Nigga say he playing chess, not checkers.
whether that's the cut time in half, that's the speed up time, whatever it is. Tricking is kind of
what's that time frame for? What is for? Normally?
whatever you need to get done. Like, if you need to separate some time, cut some time, or create some time, tricking is the way to do it. I feel like when it's not intentional, meaning you just doing it for the hell of it, you simping.
So you agree with that?
Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, for the most part, if you tricking, you definitely got a purpose. I do agree with.
So it's a purpose.
It's a purpose behind you tricking.
Where simping is not a purpose.
Yeah, you just doing it just to do it. Like you really just like I don't even know how to explain it. You really just like a cash cow. Like you just like yeah, you can get it. You can get it. Like here, like they just throwing it out willy dilly.
So I've heard guys and girls use simping to reference a guy that like is like overly friendly with a chick or like overly showering a chick with gifts that's not his girl to also get, right? Because he got a mission too, right? He trying to get some yams too. So ain't he technically being intentional with his shit?
Nah. This is what I think. I think they both intentional. See, I think simping and tricking is intentional. See, but I think the response is not intentional. See, the thing is, it's the response. See, like when you tricking, most niggas that trick, it's really personal satisfaction. Niggas personally trick because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's a lifestyle. But when you simping, that's a nigga that tried to trick but didn't get the results he was looking for. So he overextended himself, and what happened was those emotions and that attention wasn't reciprocated. That's a simp.
I can get what he's saying.
The attention wasn't reciprocated.
Yeah, because it's like the female in the aspect really don't fuck with you, but you still, spending just to make her fuck with you in a sense. If you get what I'm saying. Tricking, like a nigga who tricking, 9 times out of 10, that woman really like him, but he still tricking because like Dre was saying, either you trying to cut time or you trying to get more time. Like it's a kind of a difference.
Yeah. So are guys out here simping intentionally? Like, is there a point where the guys know that the shorty don't fuck with them, but they continuously trying to simp to get a little bit closer?
Absolutely.
That's why we on this topic.
Absolutely.
Niggas be simping.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and niggas be simping on purpose.
Yeah. So, this what I'm saying. Like, I can put myself out there. Yes.
Are you simping on purpose?
I'm be honest with you. Let me explain. So, I definitely know when I've been a trick. I know that. I know. You know what I'm saying? A nigga know when he tricking. I'm tricking out. They come with it. But I was a simp before too. You know what I'm saying? I had simped out because what happened is it blurs. I was doing a lot of shit I would have did if I was tricking. But what happened was shit ain't connect the way I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So I still was like trying to court. You know what I mean? I mean, it's really technically like courting. But in this point in age, it's a million, billion, trillion people out here.
So in a sense, you were basically trying to force it to like,
I was,
get the way you want.
I was trying to force it. I'm gonna be real with you. When you a real nigga that's tricking, I think the big thing between tricking and simping, a nigga that tricking don't really give a fuck.
I'm gonna be honest. They both the same thing, but when it turns into simpness, you have to trick every time to see the woman. That's when you start simping.
Yeah, okay.
Like every time
you
have to spend money. That's simping.
So you saying
when you tricking, it's like you can trick, but shit, Shawty still come pull up on
Tricking.
you, even if you ain't
so
spending.
tricking
shit.
is like eventually you start to earn that woman's time.
Tricking is when you feel like you want.
When you want to do it.
Simping is when you have to do it to see her.
Ooh,
Now he owns
now he on. Now that makes sense.
I think that's where now you start to unblur the lines, because I feel like the lines have been blurred for a long time.
Yeah.
He unblurred right now.
That's really what it is, because think about it. I mean, if I got to spend money every time to see you, something ain't right with that scenario.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I got to spend my money every time to see you, I don't want to see you.
Now, if I'm tricking though, I'm tricking with a purpose. Like I might like you a lot. I might want you to have something. Most of the time when I trick, I'm just inviting you into the life that I live already. So it's like, yeah, it come off as tricking, but that's also the way I live.
I was, that what I'm about to say.
sense.
I about to say a nigga that's tricking for real. Most niggas that trick or have ever tricked, it really don't be tricking for us when we do it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, bro, like you just shit. Like I told somebody before, I say like what I spend. Like we like going Fogo and shit. Like Fogo de Choke. I love that place. So my thing is, I've spent more on myself there than I have actually on a date. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like it's really nothing to that point. It just might appear like it's tricking because I'm not thinking about it in that way. But I think when I'm intentionally trying to spend a certain cash flow on you, if I'm trying to intentionally trick on you at that point to get something, I think I'm a simp then. That's when I think I become a simp. It's like I'm trying to goddamn win you over with my tricking versus what I naturally already do, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. I want to know, can simping ever be successful? Like, can you be like a successful simp where you win?
It got to be.
Eventually.
It got to be.
I don't think that it can. I don't think it can.
I'm gonna be honest.
Why you think it gotta be?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know.
Eventually, bro, a simp nigga ain't gonna always just like, he ain't just gonna keep on doing it now.
That means he was unsuccessful at simping though.
Yeah.
If you're successful,
Yeah.
If you're
not a
successful
simp.
at it, you clearly don't.
So
want
okay,
to
so cool. So what if this nigga been in a situation where he been simping all this time, then eventually this shawty like him because, bro, I don't care what nobody say. Females love niggas who spend money. So eventually that woman is gonna like him. So what then?
I think that at some point, from how Dre explained it, at some point that nigga simping evolved into tricking.
Okay.
He took the practice of spending money and he's learning his craft on how to maintain and keep a chick, and not just entertain with his money, but entertain with him.
Okay, because that's what I'm saying. Because it comes to a point, bro, I don't care what nobody say, bro. If a nigga is spending money, that girl is going to eventually start liking this nigga. Regardless of how ugly he is, it don't matter, bro.
Now,
She going to start
like
fucking with him.
They gonna like what he can do for them.
Hey.
What have you done for me lately? Janet Jackson said that, which means that a lot of these chicks is not always thinking like, I like him. Shit, even hoes right there.
So that's a good question, right? So I really wanted to do like women actually date niggas for looks, or do they just date niggas for money? Like at
money,
that point,
for sure.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it's for money.
For money, for sure.
I did hear in just even in the marriage books that I be reading and the relationship books that I be reading, they say that like when it comes to these love languages and all that other shit, for the women, for the most part, sexual attraction and like just looks is not their first box that they need to check off. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying they don't care about it, but it's not always the first box they need to check off. The first box they need to check off might be security, provision, right? All these other things. So I feel like a simp can, again, he can keep a girl around, but as long as he ain't spending that money though, he not, which is why he will always be a simp, and that will always be unsuccessful from the outside looking in. Do y'all agree or disagree?
I'm gonna tell you, I just fail to believe that a nigga who's simping, bro. Y'all got to really understand how much women love money, G. I don't give a damn what you say. If a nigga simping, G, eventually he gonna become the trick. He gonna become the trick because she gonna really start liking him.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I think when it come down to simping and tricking, because when I looked up the definition of simping, when it came up, it was saying, you know, a person that goes out their way to express certain things, but it's not, you know, returned. I think if a nigga being classified as a trick or a simp, really come down to the woman he talking to. I think she creates that term for him at that point. You know, either he's simping on her by how she feeling towards him, or he tricking. So what happens is I do think simping can turn into tricking.
Yeah, it's gonna eventually turn into
shit, I know a couple women right now who got niggas who just spend money. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna put no names on there. I got a homegirl right now who keep niggas paying for her. She don't get them niggas no time a day except thank you.
And that's when it's gonna be simping all the time, right?
Yeah. See, I think that's probably why. See, I got a different mindset.
Yeah.
See, I know for a fact it comes to a certain point. I think when you trick, nigga who trick, it's a clock in their head. Like, like hold on now. See, I think with simping, I think they don't really have no time clock.
Oh, they
like
don't.
What's going on? They just doing it
until they wake the fuck up.
Like fuck it, until she cut me off type shit. Niggas who tricking, man. Hey, they got time clock. I ain't finna keep doing this now.
Yeah. See, but at the same time, a nigga that tricking, I feel like a nigga that trick really got a different kind of stain on him anyways. So what happens is, if a nigga is notorious for tricking, like my partner over there, so if a nigga notorious for tricking, it's gonna be certain traits that's also with that. You know what I'm saying? So one, that nigga got a mental clock, like you said, he got a mental clock already locked in. That come with a nigga that tricking. Then he also valuing, like, you know, his time with shawty. He not looking at, you know, what he's spending for real. You know what I'm saying? And then he also probably got a different kind of demeanor about him too. It's a lot of things that go into why a nigga's a trick versus a simp, because I think the biggest word was like emotion. You know, that emotional connection type shit. A nigga that tricking not trying to do that.
That's a good question. So y'all feel like simping niggas is emotional and trick niggas just do it for the thrill?
No, because tricking is emotional too.
Hell
I
yeah.
feel like, because you gotta, even, I feel like it's the opposite, because just again, the way Dre explained it, like with the tricking side of things, she gonna really fuck with you. That comes with a level of emotional connection. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, these women like the money. They like being, you know, splurged on, I guess you will say, but they still want to feel secure. And
Let me tell you something. This is what I mean. Emotion and emotional are two different things. A nigga can have emotions, but I'm tell you something. A tricking nigga.
No, I'm not saying emotion, but emotional connection.
I
mean, at that point. So this is my thing. And again, talk about my partner right here. So when you are in that mode,
trying to do it over here.
I'm just saying.
That nigga stop doing that on the show. Like,
crazy.
This what I'm saying.
Stop doing that.
This what I'm saying. Okay, so I ain't gonna put on my brother. So when you like that, when you in that moment, you know what I'm saying? You care at that point in time, you know what I'm saying? But like, if shawty not fucking with it, ain't nobody gonna, a nigga not gonna give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool, move on to the next.
So what is considered not, like, shawty not really fucking with you?
You know,
that's a thing to really know, because
that's what throw it off.
Yeah, because like you really don't know. Like, these hoes is good.
Yes,
bro.
you do know.
I think that is a very good question. So how do these brothers that need to, because we now laying out the lines on what's the difference. How do these guys determine if they tricking or if they simping?
I'm gonna be honest. If you happy while you doing it, you tricking. Like, tricking usually makes you happy. Like, when you out tricking, you ain't never usually sad. I'm never sad when I'm tricking. I'm usually having a
you got a good point.
I'm usually having a good time.
Dre on that.
But I feel like,
so y'all don't know not one happy simp.
No, when you simping, it's usually like, damn, she always asks for something.
Oh,
damn,
he right. He right.
So it's like,
no, because I think that's more so the awareness of a trick. Damn, she always asking for something. I ain't get nothing in return.
No, that's awareness of a simp who thought he was a trick.
I don't know. Maybe it could go either way.
Fun. Like, when you tricking, you actually having fun.
Yeah.
You in the motion. Yeah, you spending money, but shit, it's joyous shit. It's shit that y'all both want to do. You might buy some shoes. She get happy, like, damn, I'm going to take her out with them shoes today.
Yeah.
Some tricking shit. Some simp shit is like, you at home, she on vacation, say, you know, send me $300. I'm trying to eat. And it's like, I ain't even out there with you. At that point, you simping.
Nah, he got a point. He got a fucking point.
That sounds like
That's how it is.
Okay, so that's probably when you know you a simp. If the chick trying you up, like,
She just trying you on some calling you.
And I'll be honest with you,
money all the time.
You know, really, you can tell between the two, because like, one or the other, shawty gonna be on your dick if you're a trick. And if she fucking with you, she gonna be on your dick. It's gonna be the text message and the phone calls, all that. You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna be trying to be your.
She gonna be,
trying to be your number
She
one.
wanna be in your presence.
She's trying to be there.
Now you said something then.
She's trying to be your number one.
She gonna be your. She trying to be the number one. If you tricking G and like you, the soon as y'all start dating, she blowing up your shit, trying to see you all the time, bro. I guarantee you, at that point, you know your tricking is successful.
Yeah.
But if you go on the other end, you done did X, Y, Z, and then the next day she ain't calling you, texting you. Ooh,
and if she do,
that's how
it's
you know
only
you was a simp.
you might be on the simp side.
So that's because that brings my next point, because you said that's how you know your tricking was successful. Is there because y'all also asked if there can be a successful simp. So can there be success and unsuccess in both areas?
I feel like you can be successful on the other end, right? Because I'm gonna be honest, you gotta think about it. Let's get into their head, right? This nigga just spent the bag on me last week. I call this nigga again, or the next day, he gonna come again. So sometimes, bro, I'm telling you, that gray area, bro, is kind of hard because you'll never know. Like, you never really know,
the world may never know.
Like, bro, that's tough. That's tough.
I mean, I feel like you're a successful simp if you getting out of it what you was expecting to get. So, like, if you was spending all this money to get some pussy and you get it, you was successful.
But won't that make you a trick?
No. See, tricking ain't just for pussy, though. I mean, tricking is more so for gratification.
Shimmy.
It's for, like, the keeper.
Shit.
Simps really don't need to keep shawty. They just need to get what they trying to get across. Like, whether that's
so you saying tricking is like they on the roster.
Long term. This is like long term. We doing this.
I don't know about that. Like, just when I hear the word simp, it just sounds like something a nigga would not want to be called.
I mean, again, when we looked at the definition, as far as tricky to say successful simp, no, I think
it just don't sound like something you want to be called.
I think the idea is you want to successfully be
Get out of
being a simp. I think a successful simp is a nigga that realizes,
especially
I
like
can't do that shit no more.
If you calling yourself a simp, that's one thing. But like Zay said, that example of Shorty asking you for $300 while she on the trip, like, or you said that, like, imagine she calling you a simp. That's the insult on top of the insult.
Motherfucker called me a simp. G, I might cut off that same day.
Cause that shit don't sound good.
I'll be real with you, bro. The young niggas make that shit. We didn't really understand what the fuck that shit really meant. I thought it was a nigga that just cared or some shit like that.
I'll be honest.
Nah, it ain't that.
All that shit.
It ain't that.
All that shit tricky though.
It's all tricking, but it's levels to that
is
shit.
Simple. That
okay,
shit,
so it's like lions and cats, right? So you saying that all simps are tricks, but not all tricks are simps.
Yes.
See, I think the real difference is, right, you doing the same thing. You doing the same exact thing.
You get different results.
It's just a different result.
Different result.
Like tricking, niggas who trick, bro, them niggas really be players.
So
like
that's 18.
Yeah, it's in you.
Yeah, like it's in you, bro.
It's
like you a real player. Simps is like the niggas who just got some money and like all of a sudden they want to act like they lit now. Like, nigga, we been doing this shit before we had money.
Ooh, hey, hit the. I need something.
That shit be real though.
Say that again, though. Say that again.
Bro, niggas who be tricking, bro, it's like, bro, really, you was doing this shit before you had money. So females really fuck with you genuinely.
Yeah.
Simping niggas is like, nigga, you just came into some money and now you want to splurge on hoes and now that's how you get them to like you.
Damn.
I can see it that way.
You don't really know. You never really been here before.
Yeah, like, we been doing this.
See, now that's money talk. Now that's cash talk right there. No cap.
That's cash.
That's cash talk.
So at what point you was sipping, Tim?
I can't say it. Can't attach no names to it.
Before the money.
I ain't gonna lie. It was with money. And what happened was, while I was tricking, I got emotionally attached and I started simping out. And we know what happened. But goddamn, I was simped out for a couple months. I mean, I got no results. And what happened was, let me tell you what was crazy, bro. I was bad. I think I said that before to y'all. I was bad. So I was talking to between 6 and 8 different women. And
damn.
But,
That boy Owen.
I ain't gonna lie. I was very. I mean, I was flying women out and shit, all that shit, bro. So like I was talking to 6 to 8 different women, and shit.
You didn't find that exhausting?
Hell no, cause bro, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was
It's
fun.
fun, but that shit is exhausting. I ain't gonna hold you, G. Did juggling that many women, dog? I don't give a damn what you say. It comes to a point to where it start becoming exhausting.
I'm be honest.
I think it's exhausting if it ain't fun.
No, it is fun. Don't get me wrong. But
I get
gotta
what you're saying.
you gotta think about the time frames, right?
I think y'all right.
One day, goddamn, you got this one over here. Next day, you got this one over here, and it's a repeated cycle. It's gonna come to a point you're gonna be like, damn, I just want some time to myself. I need to breathe.
You know what it was, bro? I think if I would have prolonged it, because it didn't last that long. It didn't last. I think if it lasted longer, I would have been exhausted. I think I did it. I think I did it just enough, so it was just straight fun, except for the simp shit. The simp shit was so bad. The simp shit was so bad, nigga. I did it. You mind? I got all these women I'm fucking with, doing all that, and then I'm tripping over this one who ain't giving me no time of day. But of all the ones, that's the only one I really fucking wanted. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one you were spending the most money on.
That's when I spent the most money on, bro.
Yeah, that's big simp.
Big simp. I ain't gonna lie. So I said, man, I remember I talked to myself. I remember I had spazzed out. I said, you a hoe.
So let's say flip it, right? Because I'm still trying to figure out, is there really a possibility for there to be a successful simp?
I think you can.
If you
No,
was
I
at,
say I
at
think
the
you can
end,
become
if you was
self-
at the end, it did result in maybe getting the cheeks at least once. Would you have then thought that was a successful simp?
Maybe, but I'm just to be real. So young nigga mindset versus grown man. Simping ain't nothing but a nigga courting somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like now we talking about it because we talking about it like spending money wise. We talking about like spending money, but like a nigga courting, like bro, it's niggas who've been married for 20 plus years that the woman they with told that nigga no for like years. We just not trying to do that shit no more.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't consider that simping though.
That's definitely simping. If you think about it, okay, hear me out. If you trying to talk to this woman and she telling you no for over 6 months straight, she ain't fucking with you, but you still doing everything you can to try to get her attention, that's courting, bro. That's like
Now everything. So again, because we said that clearly, these two is when it comes to spending some money, right? When it comes to you hearing that no the first time, is like you just try a different strategy, but it don't mean I'm about to throw some money at the problem.
well, let's put money out there, nigga. Throw money.
I agree with Tim though. Chasing a woman is a simp action. It's a simp action.
It's simp.
Especially if she don't want you.
But hold on,
But if she don't want you,
If she don't want you, this
like
it's
she
simp.
constantly telling you no,
This the
and you
thing.
chasing her, I feel like that's a simp
This is
action.
like, no, I get what you're saying because you shouldn't be chasing.
Yeah.
But
I
it
wouldn't consider it
it comes to
chasing,
a point to where like sometimes, bro, a woman ain't gonna always tell you yes on the first try.
Right.
Like, bro, that shit is not gonna always happen.
She want to see if you about that. And
Especially
it ain't even about chasing either. It ain't even about the chasing. She just want to see, because a lot of women, I truly feel like they just don't want to go through the bullshit. So that's their way of vetting out if this nigga really bout something and he not just tricking a simp, right? If he really bout something, is he gonna stand on something? Is he gonna say he want me and actually show me that he want me? I think that's where a lot of women.
I'm not be real with you. That's real.
Saying no.
That's real. That's grown man talk. But this
I
my
wouldn't
thing.
say that's simping though. If you on the other end,
I will though. Let me tell you why.
Now I ain't saying goddamn just be annoying. You know what I'm saying?
That's where you get to
But
simping.
just say for example, you try one time, she might not go, she might not give you no number nothing. You see again, you try again, you might be successful that second time. I ain't really going past 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. That's, you know why? Because you're a tricking ass nigga.
But no.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, hear me out. So look, that's what I'm saying, bro. When young niggas build up the terminology for simp, that's because majority, bro, let's be real. Young niggas now are getting to money. Young niggas now getting exposed to different kind of women. You know what I'm saying? Young niggas now is exposed to different kind of experiences. They not necessarily including us, because we young niggas still, we just, between, bro, it's just certain shit we just not gonna wait on type shit. Bro, it's folks out here who got some of the craziest love stories. Well, a man spent years taking no. And last I checked, my mama told me no means no. You know what I'm saying?
I'm be honest. I don't know about years.
I'm telling you what.
stretch.
But you know why? Because we not willing to
weeks
do that. We not willing. I'm only speaking on real life experiences.
Because if a woman tell me no for years, that means something. This is how I'm thinking. I'm gonna tell you how I'm thinking. If a woman tell me no for years and then she try to spin the block on me, obviously I'm probably lit at that point. And you better get out my face.
Better get the fuck out my face.
You better get out my
But
face.
you get what I'm saying? That's why it's so, bro, that's how we think
But
now.
again, I think because we looked up the definition of simp, and I thought that was more accurate than us just saying that if a nigga was courting or AKA chasing a chick that will automatically categorize him as that. I don't think so, because it's when your actions become overt, like you overly, like you heard no and you trying to do what you was doing already times 10. That's when this becomes simping. But like Zay said, you heard her say no. Okay, cool. I ain't gonna trip. I ain't gonna press you. Next time I might see you in Publix.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, you looking good today too? Shit, I'm single, you single. Let me try to get that number again.
I mean, but that's not always the experience though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's off of our experiences, majority of the time, I'm gonna be real with y'all, majority of the time, when like I'm locked in with a female, it's usually like 2-3 times. And then I'm connecting the way I want to. That ain't everybody experience though. Some niggas had to shoot 20-30 shots.
Man, dog, this
Man, you ain't give us no hands up or nothing.
Bro, I got this. 25-10 is where we stop.
So we got to pick it up with like, I think the next thing we should ask, is tricking a bad thing?
Pimp. Oh yeah, I was about to bring that up. I'm be honest, that's my thing. I be doing simping ain't pimping. No, we ain't missed it. We just ain't there yet. I ain't gonna lie though. This episode though.
Say that one more time.
Simping is pimp without the P. Y'all they suckers because they doing it. I feel like tricking is you intention. Like, you know, bro. But both of y'all don't want to court it. I ain't looking for something serious. Y'all just enjoying the moment. Simping is he trying to do everything he can to get this woman. And she knows this nigga, he doing extra shit and trying to get her, but she ain't fucking with because she see this nigga lame. He a simp. He fucking up. He emotional about it. Tricking is like, bro. I can trick on you.
Get this nigga a mic, man. That shit would went viral.
No, he right. He right.
Mike, you should have got on her because these niggas trying to throw all the tricky shit on me. I'm the single one.
No, it's him. See, I ain't trying to goddamn throw no shot. Cause hey, nigga,
I am.
nigga, I know
I
me.
am.
Cause I know this man still fuck with hoes on another level. Like, you know what I'm saying? He fuck with hoes like he really fuck with him. So you on that man telling the man he tricky.
It's all good. I'll be there and tell him, babe, it's just for TV.
Pissy.
I'm glad that happened. I feel 10
Oh, my bad. Been outside. He went in like a little bit.
Yeah.
That's not possible to do that to you.
We can't. It don't matter.
Fuck.
Shit now. I thought you can't eat while you doing this.
No, it's just vegan. Like no meat, no cheese, no dairy.
See, I don't be knowing how the detox work, and that's why when you said you did it for X amount, because I know when you did your detox, you couldn't eat at the same. You too.
No, I can eat. I can
thought-
eat whatever
I
I
thought y'all
want.
did
So that 3-day shit you could eat. You had the straight look.
You
That
talking
shit.
about the Arden's Garden shit.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Artist Garden. It was that.
No, you did have artists.
It was that fitness shit. Fitness King shit.
Yeah, when I take the pills, I can still eat whatever I want to. Now I do start trying to eat better because I ain't just trying to have shit just running through me.
No, you want shit to run through you. That means it's clean.
No, I'm talking about like
yeah,
you know, like just fried chicken,
Oh, yeah,
goddamn.
you don't want that shit clogging.
Exactly. I just want some shit that's just gonna be pure.
I said we hit about 2 more points and we at 25. Push just about 30-32 minutes. I'm good. That's a good one.
Mount should have came on here and said that shit.
He a
I
trick.
need to stop pushing him out going to show, man. If he want to be y'all
No,
publicist
no,
and
I'm
give y'all
saying
points.
no. He said a great point. A simp is a pimp without the S,
Without the P.
without the P or whatever.
I childish.
You got to say that.
That's what I said on another episode. I said simping ain't pimping.
All right, so we back in at 28,
What
26,
we talking about?
in 3, 2. No, you was just talking about the successful simp.
Okay. Damn, I lost a train of thought.
I ain't gonna lie, we might have to switch gears because I doubt we're gonna be able to catch.
Yeah,
stride again.
Just started off with Zay saying.
Yeah, we don't have to go back into that same
You
story.
can cut the whole shit.
Yeah, let's cut
Say
that
what
shit.
now?
Just start with Malcolm said. A simp is literally a pimp without the P.
Yeah,
All right,
just
so
say that.
3.
A simp is a pimp without the P.
Yeah. So what that mean? And then I'm gonna say, so what that mean? Say that nigga a sucker. Yeah.
Yeah, they be like, it's sucker shit.
So I'm gonna say, what that mean? You gonna look at me and go, nigga, that's sucker shit.
Simping is a pimp without the P.
Yeah.
Simping is pimping without the P.
Simping is pimping without the P.
Yeah.
Simping is pimping.
So what you start it up and be like, so what y'all trying to say or whatever, you know?
All right, so 3, 2, 1. All right, so at the end of the day, what are y'all saying? What is simping? What is tricking?
Basically, simping is pimping without the P.
What do you mean by that?
Bro, it's some sucker shit, bro. Like, that's the base. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that's the best you can put it. It's some real sucker shit.
It's crazy. the way Tim even asked that shit sound like an infomercial. Like, what do you mean?
So I just want to know, like, what advice y'all got for simp niggas? How they get out of that simping square?
Be yourself, G. Don't get out here and, you know, trying to win a woman over by spending money, bro. If it's in you, it's in you. If it ain't, it ain't, bro. Just let it rock. What
you got for him, Timmy?
Let me tell you something, man. He said something early. He just said something again. If it's in you, it's in you. There's no advice for teaching a nigga how not to be a sucker or not, man. This is just either you is or you ain't. That's like trying to teach a white man how to be black. It is who you is, what it ain't.
You can't teach motherfuckers how to not be suckers.
Yeah, I think you get to.
I
like, bro, it come to the point to just find you a woman that like you for you and just chill. See, niggas be want to be a pimp and have all these women, but bro, that ain't you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's the real deal. Like, it ain't you. Just chill.
The only way to get out of simping, I think, is you only can spend money when it's activities with you. If it's outside of you, meaning with her friends on a trip, you got to cut that shit out.
Hold on.
At that point, you're going a little too far.
Hold
you
on
get back
now.
to simping.
So, let's put this into perspective, right? Her birthday come up. You with her at her section. Do you pay for the section?
Yeah.
So is that technically tricking, or is that
That's tricky.
simping?
That's tricky.
No,
Well.
But
I think it's simping if you can afford that section and you trying to pay you buy that section because you think it's gonna make you look G.
I think it's simping if you buy the section and you not invited. Like, I'm going with my homegirls.
Now that's valid. That's simping.
Tricking is if I can come and bring my partners. I'm gonna get the section. I'm gonna create fun for everybody.
Again, I think that's one way to consider it simping if you wasn't invited, and another way is you ain't your partners.
You can't afford it.
Yeah, if you really can't afford it, and you put yourself in an uncomfortable financial situation just to impress that girl.
Now, me again, tricking and simping come down to the results. So if you ain't getting no ass at the end of that night, you a simp.
No, because they.
I'm about to say, because in the beginning stages, bro, when you tricking, bro, 9 times out of 10, like me, like I say, I don't go for the pussy.
And money
like
don't
that.
always guarantee pussy, bro.
Wait, y'all buy sections in the beginning?
No, birthday. We talking about birthday.
We talking about just birthday.
All right, so then what I'm saying, would you do that? So in the early stages, would you do that for somebody's birthday?
If you fuck with them.
Yeah, if you fuck with them, if you got, like, that's why I say, like Q say, if you got it, there's a different story. Niggas who tricking, bro, 9 times out of 10, you supposed to have it. Now you got niggas who tricking, they ain't really got it, but it's levels to tricking.
I feel
you
like
got the lower level, mid level, high level.
I feel like even with that, Shotty had to already have been fucking with you for you to do that, to be put in that position.
I'm gonna be honest though, like, bro, that's why I say, like, when you a trick, bro, nigga, you real player. So like, it ain't gonna be hard for a female to really fuck with you, bro. So it could be a week and Shotty really fucking with you. You could be really fucking with her. And if you got paper, G, like, bro, we talking about $200.
And you just can't. You can't move around the way we move around and not be a trick. Like, how you gonna have on all this, doing all that, nice car, nice house, and you don't want to do nothing for me? At that point, I might just get me a regular nigga. Like, you can't move the way we move and not be a trick. It just don't make sense.
That nigga got a valid point.
It don't. I mean, it don't add up.
I don't know, man. I don't want to teach no simp nigga coming out the gate to put him in a better simping position.
Now, I'm be honest. If you a simp with some real deal money, yeah, you can cut a lot of shit in half. Like, if you really having paper, you can be a real successful simp. Pay for that shit up front. Literally, just pay for it up front.
That boy got crazy.
He got real crazy.
So when you say pay for it up front, what are you talking about exactly?
So think about it like this. Think about it like this.
No.
In your mind, a nigga know if he a simp or he a trick.
I don't think they know what they.
I think you do know. I think you do know. I think
Man, you know these hoes like fucking with you for real. Dre basically said, go on pay for it.
Go on pay for it up front. Don't even waste all your time.
How much for it?
What all that,
shit.
baby? What I need to pay to get to what I need to get. Like, go on answer. Like, you ain't got to waste all that time. If you ain't really fucking with me, that's cool. But I know you fucking with the money. So, I'm gonna do my thing.
Okay.
What the fuck?
So he laid out how you could successfully simp.
That's how you can successfully be a simp, dog.
That's it, boy.
Hey, boy, that boy said something then.
Hey,
He said-
boy.
How much? You ain't got to fuck with me.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either. I'm speechless at the end of the day. I would just say if you ain't got it in, you just find you one chick, nigga. You ain't gotta have all these chicks. It ain't nothing wrong with just having one woman.
Boy,
either.
that boy Dre said, boy, if you having real motion, boy, go ahead and say how much.
Check, go on, pay for it. Like you ain't got to waste that time figuring out she like you like her. Fuck all that. Don't get to the point.
Hey man, closing responses, closing remarks, man. So I feel like we got a little bit of yours. That sound like your closing remark, Dre.
That's my closing
That's
remark.
it. So tell what you got for it, man.
Hey, man, do what make you happy, man. If you a simp and that's happy, be happy. If you tricking, hey, I understand. Be happy. That's
What
it.
you got, Ziggy?
Hey, man, like I said before, bro, if it ain't in you, it ain't in you, man. Just let that shit rock. Like, don't get out here spending all your trolls trying to keep up. Don't do it.
Nah, for
Just
real.
let it rock, dog.
And my advice is just find you one woman. It ain't nothing wrong with one woman. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. That's my advice. Hey, this Cash Culture family, go ahead, drop a comment below if y'all think we hit the nail on the head on what the difference of tricking and simping is. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Send it to a friend if you feel like he's simping too, because we need to get out of these simping ways, fellas. So with that being said, we out.